Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is our first live of 2023. So thank you so much for joining me today. I've got some really lovely necklaces, ones like I'm wearing here, to make with you today. So drop me a comment. How has your Christmas been? How's your new year been? What have you been up to? What have you been making, most importantly? I'm going to apologise to you now if you can hear a little bit of banging and noise in the background. My boilers give up the ghost, yay! So that we've got a lovely plumber in who's fixing that. Well, he's not fixing it. He's telling us that it needs fixing. So yeah, not the best start to the new year really. It's been one thing after another, but I had a very lovely Christmas. A little bit poorly. House got hit with the sickness, but we're doing okay. So things could be worse. And I'm here with you today, going to make some absolutely gorgeous necklaces. So I'm really excited to show you these. I'm going to be using the silver foil lampwork beads again. They're beautiful, and they come in so many colours. So we've got two different sizes of them. A little bit of chain to show you. I've got this one really long, but it will have lovely little tassels on the end of it, and a really quick and easy make. So all you're going to need for this is a pair of pliers, cutters, round nose pliers, or if you've got your little one-step looper to hand, then definitely get that out because you'll be able to make this in minutes. So I'm going to say hello and Happy New Year to you all in the comments. So let's see who we got in. Hello, Carol, how are you? Celia says, morning from a cold Bolton. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, my love. Janice is in as well. She says, good morning, Natalie. Happy New Year. So good to be back with you. I've not half missed you. Good morning to Angela. She says, morning, Natalie. My boiler gave up the ghost in December. I mean, we've been quite lucky. It's the oldest boiler. They don't even make parts for it anymore. So, you know, at least we've got through the really cold weather. Janice says, it's nice to see you. Good tidings to all. Happy New Year to Joy. She says, Happy New Year to all. Good morning. Elaine says, good morning, Natalie and everybody. Happy New Year. Hello to Angela. Hello to David. David says, good morning. It's sunshine this morning, getting over... He says he's been making a Russian spiral and he's still packing as usual for the move, and he keeps finding jewellery. There's worse things to find, isn't there, David? Good morning to Shirley. Not seen you for a while, Shirley. Hope you're okay. She says, good morning. Just catching up with all your beautiful makes before I go to sleep. Happy New Year from Florida. Hello to Paula. She says, hey, lovely to see you. Victoria's in, wishing you all a Happy New Year. Sylvia is watching from South Australia and also wishes everybody a Happy New Year. Good morning to Esther. Hello to lovely Ruth. Hello to Janice. Amelia's in and Teresa's in as well. So we've got lots of you in today. Right, I'm going to take you over. Hello, Sharon. Happy New Year. I'm going to take you over to the website. Before I do, don't forget we've got an offer on for you. It's still going on. I think it's the last day today. So if you spend over £10, you can get 20% off with the code Christmas22. So if you're going to get some gorgeous things, then definitely use that offer while you can. We should start shipping again from tomorrow, Thursday. So by all means, fill your basket with the goodies and make the most of that offer. Hello to Judith in West Lothian. Hello to Tutu. Hello to Sharon. Janice says, Christmas seems a distant memory now, as does the holiday club. It was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Valerie says, wow, I've caught alive. It's 3 a.m. here in Oregon, US. David is saying Happy New Year and thank you for the support. You're most welcome. Ruth's given us our reminder now. So if you like what we do, give us a thumbs up. Thank you very much, Ruth. Don't forget you can subscribe to us on YouTube and Facebook, so you'll always get a notification when we're live, which is 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. Don't think we did one on Monday, but little one's back to school now, so here I am with you. But yeah, Christmas does feel like quite a while ago. I put all my decorations back yesterday because obviously I've had to make space for boiler repairs. And yeah, the house feels really sparse when you finally put all your decorations away. I also really hurt my back in the loft, managed to stand up and smack my back on a beam. Could be worse, could have been my head. Might have knocked some sense into me. Tuti says, glad to see you. Happy New Year. Nicole is in. She says she's missed watching the lives. Good morning to Debbie, who's also missed the lives. And good morning to Kath, which is my mummy. She says, good morning, Natalie, and everybody. Right, let's go on the website. This is going to be quite a quick make today. They're just so gorgeous. So rather than me tell you about them, I'm going to show you if I can remember what I'm doing. So we head over to our wonderful website, which is totallybeads.co.uk, and you can find all of our video tutorials here in the tutorial section. You can scroll down here, or you can go into categories as well. So today we're making these beautiful necklaces. I think it's Elise, I think you'd pronounce that. Yeah, I'd say it's Elise. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at them. They're just so stunning. And we've got so many colours for you. So I'm using these silver foil lampwork beads. They are pressed handmade glass beads with a silver foil core, and a gorgeous coloured glass is placed around the bead. They are absolutely beautiful. They are handmade, so they do slightly vary in size, but they're absolutely stunning, and they're gorgeous when you make them into these lovely necklaces. So you can see here we've got an amethyst, we've got a brown, we've got a crystal, we've got dark blue, we've got gold, we've got grey, we've got pink, we've got teal, and we've got turquoise. I haven't got a favourite. I think I'm probably going to mix them up a little bit today. I think I'm going to use the grey with the gorgeous brown. I don't know, they're just lovely. I can't decide which one is my favourite. I'm going to show you each one of them. They are £6.50 for your kit, but don't forget you're also getting 20% off when you spend £10 if you type in Xmas 22 in your shopping cart. So let's have a little look at the amethyst one. So you can see everything you need in your kit is here. This amethyst one, it's gorgeous. It's quite a light amethyst. It's a bit pinky. So you could add this one to the pink one if you're a pink lover. You're going to get everything in there. You're getting your silver foil glass disc beads. You're getting small and large ones so you can make a real focal feature. You're getting your jewellery chain. You're getting eye pins, jump rings, which are 6mm, and you're also getting your lobster clasp as well, which is 12mm. So you're going to be able to make up one absolutely beautiful necklace. And this is how the amethyst looks. So there's £6.50 for your kits today, and you get everything you could possibly want to make something that looks as gorgeous as this. We've also got the brown. The brown is beautiful. They remind me of like toffee sweets. They're just such a lovely warm colour. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is what that one looks like, and you can make these as long as you like. If you want to make them sit higher up on your neckline, I would just add less chain. If you want to make them sit longer, you can just add more chain around the back of that. You could always add in some extra as well if you wanted to, and we've just added those little chain tassels onto the bottom. So that one is the brown one for you. We've got a gorgeous crystal white. It's beautiful. Does have a translucency in this. I will show you it down on the map. They all do, but you can really see that gorgeous kind of the foil, like the silver foil core inside it, and obviously it's got that gorgeous coloured glass around it. So they're absolutely beautiful. This one is your crystal white. Let me know in the comments which one you are loving the most. This dark blue one's absolutely stunning. It's really vivid, gorgeous colour. Again, I'll show you them down on the mat because you will see it's probably a little bit darker in the flesh than it is here on the photograph. So that one is your dark blue. We've got the gold, which is beautiful as well. There's absolutely a colour for everybody, I think, here. I don't think there's any colours we're missing. We don't have a red one. No, we don't have a red one, but pretty much everything else. We've got this gorgeous grey. Very beautiful. And that is on your champagne gold coloured chain and findings. We got the beautiful pink, which is on your silver plated findings. This is how your pink one looks. Still going. Now we've got the teal. I love the teal. I love this colour. It's absolutely stunning. Again, you could mix these up. They'd look beautiful with the white, I think. But if you wanted all the blues, you could have the teal, the light blue and the dark blue. And this is your turquoise, which I kind of referred to as light blue, but it is a turquoise. Absolutely stunning. £6.50 for your kits today. Everything you need in there, small and large silver foil glass disc beads, your jewellery chain, your eye pins, your jump rings and your lobster clasp. So we're just going to be connecting these together, linking them with the jump rings, adding a little bit of chain, straightforward as possible to make a very beautiful statement necklace. So all of those colours to choose from. £6.50 for your kit. Drop me a comment, let me know which one you are liking the look of. Let me see if I've missed anything in the comments. Good morning to Karen, hello to Pauline, she's wishing everyone a happy new year. Good morning to Joanne, she says happy new year Natalie and all you lovely beaders. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. David is saying, hey Lucy, there's pink. Tutu saying, wow, that's really pretty. And she's giving me that in big capital letters. She's shouting it at me. It's so pretty. Joy says it's hard to choose. What is the code? Victoria, the code is Xmas22. That's going to give you 20% off if you use it today, if you spend over £10. Paula is saying she doesn't usually go for blue, but the dark blue is absolutely stunning. Nicole is looking at them all and she is loving the gold one. Hello to Phoenix Creations. Phoenix Creations says, happy new year everyone. My Asda order just arrived late, so you're sitting on a shelf and I'm listening and glancing. Hello to everybody who's in your kitchen while you're unpacking. Janice says she's just ordered all of them. The colours were just too hard to choose from. Well, that is absolutely amazing. I would mix these up then. If you're getting them all, do a bit of a mix with the colour. Tutu says the teal is gorgeous. David says they're really pretty, and he's got a looper, so it's going to be quick. If you've got your looper, you'll make this, I would say, in about 10 minutes. Angela is in. She says good morning from Idaho. Angela says the white would look lovely with a little black dress. It would. I'm wearing the grey one here. I think it's got quite a warmth to it, and I'm going to show you them down on the mat so you can see. Obviously, when you put something against a different colour, it really kind of changes how it looks. I am going to mix them up, I think, today. Joanne is loving the teal, and Angela's loving the teal as well. Maybe I should have demoed with the teal one. I've got my bits and bobs out now for this, so I'm going to do these ones instead. Right, let me take you down on the mat. You're not going to see them on the mat because look how many there is. Absolutely millions of them. I'm hoping the sunshine doesn't put too much of a shadow on the mat today. So this is the teal. I'm just going to lift them up and show you them. Look at that. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? David said, I've just got a load. So you can see you've got the foil inside and they're encased in this beautiful coloured glass, which is giving the most beautiful, beautiful effect. Good morning, Patricia. She says, good morning, Natalie and Beading family. Happy New Year to one and all. Can't stop helping hubby. He's getting dressed and she loves the necklace, so she's going to try and get her order in as soon as possible. Try and get it in today if you can, Patricia. If you spend over £10, you're going to get that 20% off. Good morning to Lindsay, who's working from home, and hello to lovely Mina. So this one is your teal one. As I say, they are traditional, very traditional, beautiful handmade beads. They are originally made in Venice. When I've made with them before, I've spoken to you about them because I just love them. So we went to the Murano glass factory a few years ago, and you watched them like make various different beads using similar techniques, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. Look at the effect you're getting inside of them. Absolutely beautiful. Valerie saying the teal is breathtaking. I think the teal's going to be the favourite today. So this one here is the gold. You've got the amethyst here, which, as I say, does have kind of a light amethyst to it. Victoria's ordered 2. Pauline's loving the beads. So although it's silver foil inside, I do think they look beautiful when you're putting them on, your gold or your champagne kind of chain and jump rings. We're just linking them through really, really easy and adding that little bit of a tassel feature on the end, kind of changing up the sizes in between. This one is your, I keep calling it light blue, but it's not light blue. It's on the website as turquoise. I would say it's more blue than turquoise, but look, it's absolutely beautiful. Phoenix is saying a mix of the teal, which is stunning alone, and the coppery gold one beside it would be amazing. Ooh. See, I've just got these two down on the mat next to each other, but you're not wrong there, Phoenix Creations. They would look gorgeous together. But again, you can mix them up. So if you want to kind of bring out more of a kind of pink in this, you could add your light pink with it, or you could add your whites with it. This one is your light pink, so you can see it does have a translucency to it. Absolutely gorgeous. And they've got a lovely weight to them as well. They're not too heavy to wear as a necklace. I think you could use the smaller ones as earrings, most definitely. You could probably use the large ones as earrings as well, I suppose. This is like, it's just the most warm toffee colour. It's kind of got coppers in it. Absolutely gorgeous. Bit bronzy. This one is your brown. But you can just see it just got such a warmth to it. Absolutely beautiful. Looks like sweets to me. More blue sky, says Phoenix Creations. I know, it's typical, isn't it? It's not here until I start my live. This one is your dark blue. So it really does change depending on how the lights catch in this. But they're absolutely gorgeous. Love them, love them, I love them. This one is your clear crystal, which is your white. And I think this one really shows off that kind of silver foil inside of it. You can really see how they're made. Ooh, Jeremy says, linking the small ones together would make a lovely bracelet. Yeah, they absolutely would. And then this one, which I'm wearing, I will take off so you can see it. This one is the grey. So I'd say it's kind of got a very dark, not quite black glass casing around it, but the colour of that is making that silver foil inside look like a grey colour. But it's just gorgeous. They're all slightly different. You'll see because they're handmade, you get slightly different shape to each one. Absolutely beautiful. And again, you could mix these up. You could put these colours together if you wanted like a monochrome. They're absolutely lovely. So I'm hoping you like them, and you'll see now just how easy they are. So I'm going to leave the teal one out on the table because I know you're all loving that. I'm just going to place them down next to me, and I'm going to talk you through what we're going to do. So I'm going to cut a little bit of chain. I'm quite close up, so I'll hold it here. I'm going to cut a length of chain which is going to run around the back of my neck, and you can make that as long as you want. So if you want this to sit further down, or if you want it to sit higher up, you just need to adjust that. We're just going to attach our chain. So I would take a length of chain, fold it in half to find the middle, or you can cut two lengths the same. I'm going to add on my jump rings and a little lobster clasp just to attach that. And then I'm going to create this beautiful kind of graduated shape just by using the different sizes of the silver foil discs. So I'm going to use 2 of the smaller ones, then a larger one, 3 of the smaller ones, back into a large, smaller, and a little bit of chain at the end. And again, you can adjust that chain if you want them to be quite staggered and have different lengths like I've done here. If you want them all one length, excuse me, you can do whatever you want. If you don't want the chain on it, you could just have it like that as well, or you could extend that. So lots of things to play about with in terms of design. You've got enough in your kit to create one just like this. Phoenix Creations is asking, is the chain big enough to clip the lobster clasp in at any point along it, and then it can be variable and more useful? Yeah, I would definitely say you'll be able to get, or using the 12mm lobster clasp, so it will go through your chain if you want to add that on. And if you're using the gold coloured champagne coloured chain, that's also got some nice large links in it. It's nice and sturdy to take the weight of those beautiful beads, and you'll get your lobster clasp through that as well. So that is a really good suggestion. She says, yikes, hubby's just caught me standing still around by the Astor order, not watching, doing. Other supermarkets are available. Do you know what? Just put things that need to go in the freezer, in the fridge. Everything else can wait. Sue says, good morning and merry 2023 to all my beading family. Hope everybody's doing well. Mina, I don't think our lovely Lucy is here. I've not seen her this morning. I've not seen her in the comments. She may have forgot what day it is. Is anyone else really confused that it's Wednesday? Is it just me? Right, rather than start my chain first, I'm going to start my beads. So I'm just going to make them into a double connector. So I'm going to use my head pins. We've got lovely large head pins in your pack. Sorry, eye pins. I'll know what I'm doing soon. I'll soon warm up. So your eye pin, where have you gone? There you are. Your eye pin has your little kind of eye loop at the top, and we're just going to make that a double connector by adding one at the bottom as well. So I'm going to take whichever gorgeous bead that I'm using, and I'm going to slide it on through, and then I'm just going to turn a loop at the top. So if I've not got my looper and I'm using my pliers and my round nose, all I'm going to do, let's just move that out of shot a little bit to get a bit of focus, is I'm going to pop a little 90-degree bend into my pin. You can see how gorgeous that bead is. So by popping that 90-degree bend in, when I turn my loop is going to sit at the top. So I'd like my loops facing the same way, but I can adjust that, excuse me, if I need to at the end. I'm going to come in with my cutters and I'm going to trim off, leaving about 1 centimetre. Hold on to that end while you give it a cut so it doesn't fly across the room. I've already had injuries this week. I don't need another one. I'm going to pop my round nose pliers in, making sure that pin is fairly flush. So I'm not going to have a sticky out bit. It's going to be nice and flush when I turn it. And I'm going to give it a little turn towards me. This is how I do it. You might have a different method. I've just popped a little curl in it so I can pop my pliers back in. So I've just adjusted my hand, and then I'm just going to start turning that towards me. Now, if you want your loops to be exact on either side, what you can do is you can pop your round nose pliers into the loop that already exists on your pin and say, this is the point in which I'm going to turn it. If you need to adjust it, you can open it back out a little bit and give that a little turn. So little motions of my hand is going to mean that I've got 2 little loops either side of my pin, and it's that easy. So let's do another one. I'm going to do them with the looper as well, just so you can kind of have a little look what they look like. And I'm going to do it with my round nose as well. So whichever colour beads I'm using goes onto my pin. Here comes the shadow, here comes the sun. Hello, Camille. She says, I'm here. I nearly missed the live. No notification. Happy New Year, everybody. Angela says, I was convinced yesterday was Wednesday, waiting for the live to start like an idiot, and then realised it was Tuesday. I'm going to check Mina on our lovely Lucy at the end. She may have had an appointment. I'm hoping she's okay. I haven't spoke to her myself. Well, since the Bead Club, really, over the holidays. So I'm going to give that little bend. It's almost 90 degrees. I'm going to trim that off. Do excuse any noise in the background. And then I'm going to pop in my round nose pliers. Again, just watching that point. So it's about here on that loop. So I'm going to turn it around the same. So bend in my pin, getting that point, give it a little bit of a flick, and start to turn that pin with little motions. There you go. If I'm using my looper tool, excuse me, I've still got a tickly cough. I'm gonna, those pins are joined together, so I'm just gonna get a few more pins out of my pack. So for this necklace, I tend to use about 25 centimeters of the chain that runs around the back of my neck. For the little tassels, I use about 3 centimeters each. You can count your links or measure it out with a ruler. I'm using 11 of the smaller sized little silver beads, and I'm using just 3 of the larger ones, so 2 in the middle and 1 joining them together at the bottom. I'm using 1 lobster clasp. I'll probably need 14 eye pins, which will be all of my little and large pins all together on the beads. And I'm a jump through, so that's pretty much it. So if I'm using my looper, I'm going to do the same kind of thing. I'm going to pop my pin through my bead, and I'm going to take my looper tool and I'm going to slide that pin all the way through so it sticks out the end here. Now, the reason I'm putting it through that little hole at the back means when I start to join a little bit of a squeeze for my handles together, it's just going to cut that little tiny bit of pin off and it's going to form my loop for me. Really, really easy. So if you've got any kind of dexterity problems or anything with your hands, a looper is an absolute must-have for your collection. We are, I think, sold out on the website at the moment, but it's a really handy little tool. You can see all the different colours that we had. I made up a whole lot of samples, and rather than turning them all by hand, I did an awful lot of them with my looper just to speed up the process. Now, sometimes what I do is I'll go back in with my round nose and I'll just make sure that pin's fully closed. And you can see sometimes, let's get into shot, you can see it's still got that little opening, and I don't want that to come loose when I start to attach it to my jump rings. So if you need to, just come back in with your pliers, close it over, and then give it a little straighten up again. So I'm going to start just placing my beads out, because I am mixing the colours here just to kind of see what order I think I'd like them in. So I'm going to do an alternating of the colour. And again, it works the same with the looper and the round nose, regardless of what size pins you've got. Paula says, oh, flipping heck, that's genius. David's got a looper, and Sue says, oh, I think I've got some beads like this in my stash. I can't remember what I made with them last time. They are new to Totally Beads. I did get them when they first come in, and I made something with it. I can't remember what I made with them. Could have been a necklace, I don't know. This is just a little kind of like a rosary link in with them, really. Again, if you'd prefer, you could do some wrap loops with wire with them as well, but this is just a really quick way to just create some little links of chain. Just kind of putting 2 of my pliers on that bead just to kind of straighten out my loops so they sit nice and neat. And I'm going to come back in with my round nose and just make sure that pin is nice and straight and closed up. So I've got 2 which are going to fit against my chain. Then I'm going to pop my larger ones in, and then I'm going to add 3 on each side. Again, I'm just going to alternate the colours with these. I think just contrasting them, if you're going to get a few in your kits, if you're going to get a few kits rather, then, definitely play about with the colours. Good night, Valerie. She says, well, I've got to say good night, my beauties. Nice seeing alive. And the necklace is gorgeous. Health, wealth, happiness for everyone in the new year. Thank you so much, Valerie. Same to you. So again, it doesn't matter which technique you're using. It's still really quick. Whether you're going to use your pliers or your looper. If I'm using my pliers, I'm just going to cut off, leaving about 1 centimetre. Come in with my round nose, just to turn my loop, all the way round. You're going to get it pretty much, I don't know, I wouldn't say you get it neater. You're going to close them up first time round using the round nose, but you know, your looper's going to give you that consistency as well. So I'm going to finish off with 2 of the brown ones. And then I think I'm going to have a large brown one in the middle. Finish with a grey. And then I can just start popping them all together with my chain. So you can see I have done a couple already, but it's the quickest make. As I say, if you've got your looper, you're going to have this done in about, I'd say 10-15 minutes. Sometimes your pins might have a little bit of a bend in them. They're lovely and soft still, nice and strong and sturdy, but you can just straighten them up, running them through your fingers if you need to. So again, I'm going to take my looper tool. I'm holding it this way so it's facing towards me. I'm going to pop a little bend in that by just bringing the handles together. Catch that little off cut. Close my pin over if it's not fully closed and straighten it back up if I need to. So to straighten it up, I'm just putting my pliers in, giving it a little bit of a bend because we want these to be in a nice I shape rather than a P shape. And it's going to do that for you. Again, if you just need to manipulate it just to straighten it up, you can do. So I'm just going to alternate which way I do them, whether I'm doing them with the round nose or with the looper, because it really doesn't matter. Chopping off, leaving about 1 centimetre for my loop. Start to turn it by giving it a little flick towards me. Then I reposition my hand so my knuckles are away from me, and I keep curling that all the way round till I've got a nice closed loop. The sunshine is starting to come through the curtains now. I don't like sitting in the dark, but you know, I prep every morning for the live and there's no shadow. And then as soon as we start, I always say you bring the sunshine. Now I didn't put that through the hole, so you can see it's not cut that off for me. It's not the end of the world if that happens. I'm just then going to come in with my cutters and trim off on that bend. So nothing's wasted if you don't quite get it through. So I'm quite happy with the order of my colours that I've got. I'm now just going to start connecting them. Now, if you wanted to, you could connect these with the chain in between them. But I think they work just as nicely by connecting them together with the jump rings. So I've got my 6mm jump rings here. I'm going to take 2 pairs of my pliers. And I'm just going to start opening them up. So I'm going to take as much surface area with my pliers on that jump ring as I can. Give myself a nice good grip. And I'm just going to open it up. So to open it, I'm just going to turn it towards me or away from me. I always say it, but we want to open it this way and not out because we don't want to distort the shape on that jump ring. They won't join back together quite as perfectly if you change that lovely rounded shape to them. And you're going to start kind of compromising the strength as well. With a jump ring being made as it is, you can open and close these an awful lot of times and you're not going to weaken that jump ring. However, if we open it outwards, it's not going to kind of be that sturdy. So, you know, not only will you change the shape on it, but you will start to make it a little bit weaker. So I'm just opening up my jump rings and then I'm going to start connecting them together. So I'm going to open up one and I tend to just lay them out in the order that I want. I'm going to add my little connecting loops onto the jump ring. And then I'm just going to close it over. So to close it, if I've pulled it towards me, I'm just going away from myself. I'm going to take it slightly past the point that those 2 ends of the jump ring meet. and then when I let go, it'll spring perfectly closed. And then I will just lie them back down on the table in the order that I want. So picking up my gorgeous beads on the connectors, closing over the jump ring, and that's how easy it is to just attach them together now. Picking up the larger one, and again you can play around with the design on this. I've just got 2 smaller sized ones before the large one, but you can do whatever you want. But whatever you do, if you make them, please share it in the handmade group. I would love to see what colours you chose and how you decided to put your necklace together. If the ends don't quite meet on your jump ring, just give it a little wiggle, open and close it a couple of times, and then they should just meet together. Let me see what I've missed. All right, Angela, yeah, I think we did have some of them in the Christmas Club bundle. If that's the case, then by all means, you should have your materials in there to make your own version. Not too sure what colours we put in. There was so much in the Christmas bundle. Thank you for joining us. If you did, I hope you had fun and you hope you enjoyed it. Camille says, lucky you, it's dull and grey here. Send the sun down to us, please. No, I want to keep it. I'm going to have to keep it. I've got no heating in the house. I'm going to need the warmth. Thankfully, I've still got hot water. So, you know, we can still get baths and showers and do my washing and my dishes and whatnot. The exciting things. Brenda says, I've made this necklace with some of the lovely patterned silver foil beads on the website with matching bracelets and earrings. Ooh, yeah, I forgot we've got pattern ones as well. David says the weather is better than yesterday, which was wet and foul and depressing. And we now have blue sky with white stripes of cloud imprinting on sea. That sounds gorgeous. I don't know what you're talking about there. So is it your looper maybe? I don't know. Angela says the Christmas bundle was really brilliant. We made all sorts, and I think the nice thing about it was not necessarily having a plan, but just seeing what it is that you want to do, and then we'll just make what it is that you wanted to make. But my favourite thing about it was getting to see some of your lovely faces, because obviously I get your names, but it's just nice to put a face to the name. I don't know if anybody heard that little jump ring click, but that is one of my favourite sounds. It's really satisfying. You know, it's perfectly closed when it makes that little click. Just going to double check that that pin is fully closed, because as I say, I don't want my jump ring to slip out of it. So just connecting them together, really straightforward, really, really simple. I'm loving these colours together. But as I say, just by putting different colours with different things can really change the look of something. You know, can make something look warmer, cooler. And I just, as I say, this keeps reminding me of sweeties. Okay, so when I get to this one, I'd like to join all 3 of those beads together. So I'm only going to use one jump ring still. I'm going to add on my larger one, and then the smaller one on one side. Just going to hold that jump ring with the other side, or the other hand with my pliers. And then I'm going to add that next bead on. So I've got all 3 coming together to join them like so. So my necklace is really starting to take shape now. And then I'm going to open up another jump ring, add on my last one to the bottom. And now it's just a case of starting to add my chain on. So it's looking like this. Again, you can change the length of this as much as you want by just playing about with your chain length. I'm not going to add another jump ring to this. I think I'm going to add my chain directly to it. You can do, if you want to add another jump ring and then just have your chain dangling off. If you want to add it directly on, you're just going to open up that little loop like you would a jump ring. I think I might add the jump ring to it actually. So with my chain, I'm just going to take the length of chain that I want. I'm going to come in with a ruler, and I'm going to cut each of my lengths the same. You can stagger them if you want to. So there or thereabout, I'm going to take around 3 centimeters, and I'm going to open up my chain by again using it like a jump ring. I'm just going to give that little opening a turn towards me. Going to take the chain off, and then I'm going to close it back up again. So I'm still using that link. Sorry if I've not got much focus there. It's because I've got such beauties on my mat. And then I'm going to do the same again. So I would like my chain to be around about the same length. So you can count your links in the chain if you want to, or you can do it by eye. You can measure them against each other, or you can measure them against a ruler. So if you wanted to, you could add while your links are open and then close them up. You could add them all through the pin at the end on the little loop, or you could attach them onto another jump ring. And I'm not too fussed if they're slightly different lengths. I think sometimes it can look nice when they're staggered. I'm just going to close that link up again. So I've got what's going to be my tassels. I am going to add them on a jump ring, I think. And they will probably spin and dangle nicely. So again, adding all those little chain tassels on to the jump ring or to the pin at the bottom of my bead. I've got them all the same length. Sliding that one on and closing over. There you go. So it's now just a case of finding that length that I want around my neck. So what you can do is you can pick up your chain and you can position it around your neck. Or if you think I'm going to want about 25 centimeters or whatever, then just measure it against your ruler. Going to open up that chain link. And then I'm going to find the center of my chain. So to do that, you can either measure it on the ruler, count your links, or you can just bring those two ends together to find your kind of middle link, which is that one. Good morning, alumni. Lovely to see you. She says, good morning, everybody, and Happy New Year. Brenda says, yes, Natalie, I heard the jump ring click, satisfying sound. It's the simple things with me, Brenda. Probably because I'm a little bit simple. Closing that over. And now I've got two lovely chain lengths. I'm just going to lay them next to each other just to check they are the same. One's looking a little bit longer than the other, but it might be just because it's bunched up. Okay, so now I'm going to take my jump ring and I'm going to add that to one side of my necklace on my coin bead. And then I'm going to close that up. And then I'm going to take another jump ring. I'm going to add that on to the other side of my silver foil lampwork bead on the other side of my necklace. And again, attaching on my chain and closing that jump ring up. And now all I need to do is add on my clasp just to kind of be able to open and close it. So very minimal materials that I'm going to need today to make a lovely necklace in next to no time. So I'm going to use 2 more jump rings. These are the 6mm jump rings, and I'm using a lovely 12mm lobster clasp. So all I do is just open and close it on the catch, just to check it's not a bit stiff and that it's all working fine. Going to thread on my jump ring, and you can add your lobster clasp on whichever side you prefer. I don't think it matters, but I suppose if you're left or right-handed, you might have a preference. Jump ring onto the end of that chain. Closing that loop up. And now I can attach them together, and my necklace is complete. My video is just frozen. There you go. Can you see? It's very hard to get it all in shot because it's lovely and long. I will pop it on for you. So each kit today in the Elise necklace is £6.50. Absolute bargain for these beautiful silver foil lampwork beads. They are pressed handmade glass beads with a silver foil core, gorgeous coloured glass around them. Just absolutely beautiful. Really, really stunning. I absolutely love them. There are loads of colours to choose from. And I'm going to pop on my necklace. So really easy to wear. I'm just going to open up that clasp, attach it back on, and there you go. As I say, it's I like these being long, but you can't see my tassels at the bottom. Let's stand up a little bit. So I love those colours together, absolutely gorgeous. Brenda says, thank you very much, Natalie, it's beautiful. I've got to go now as she's on BeadClub at 12 and she's got a few jobs to do before then and prep for BeadClub. Love, says Tutu, she's giving me hearts and lovely little love hearts there. Thank you, Tutu. Joanne is saying, simply gorgeous. Paul is saying, stunning. David saying, looking forward to making, and thanks for this morning. You're most welcome. It's been lovely to be back. I really missed you. What we doing Friday? Oh, I've got earrings. I've got earrings galore. So Friday I'm going to be doing some if you like your colours, come and join me on Friday at 10. We are going to be using the aluminium rings. It's difficult to say then, wasn't it? They are the most amazing colours. You've got them in absolutely every colour you can possibly think of. And again, really straightforward to do. They're not chainmail. You are joining them with a jump ring, but it's not chainmail. And you're just going to be making lovely little dangly earrings with me. And then on Monday, I've got a lovely pair of earrings again, completely different. And I'm really excited about that one. It's a technique that I don't think I've probably used the technique before, but never to create something that looks like this. And they make lovely, beautiful clusters. And I'm going to be using some absolutely gorgeous crystals. So please come and join me on Friday and on Monday. And I look forward to seeing you then. Nicole says, I love a simple necklace. Kath says, lovely necklace. Victoria says, thanks, Natalie. I missed you over Christmas. I missed you too. Camille says, thank you, Natalie. Nice to see you again. Have a nice day, everyone. And she says, take care, and gives you a wave. So, I say I'll be back with you on Friday. I'll be back with you on Monday. Kitty will be back with you on Wednesday. If you're heading over to the BeadClub, have a wonderful day. Don't forget, if you're ordering today, I think today is the last time to use that Xmas 22 discount. You're getting 20% off when you spend over £10. And hopefully the post will be all back to normal. So we should be starting to ship out again tomorrow, Thursday. And hopefully they'll be with you not before long. Judith says, lovely necklace. Nice to hear you again. Thanks, Judith. Brilliant. Thank you, says Angela. Thank you, says Ruth. Kath says, goodbye, everyone, and have a lovely day. And Pauline says, love all the colours. Thanks so much, Natalie. Great to be back. Well, on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Have a wonderful day. I hope you've all had a good start to the new year. Take each day as it comes. January is quite a long one, I always think. It feels like there's about 62 days in the month. The weather's still not great, but, do a hobby, do something you love. Take those moments that you've got spare from your busy life to just be in the moment with your beads and come and join us and have lots of fun together. So take care, everyone. I'll see you in the week Friday. Take care. Bye.